time you hit 40, it's time to tighten up. Now, those mistakes, mindsets, and habits you had in your 20s, or might have even slid into your 30s, it might have been cool back then. But by the time you hit the big 4-0, no more excuses. You need to be walking with confidence, maturity, and purpose. That's why in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 things you need to stop doing by the age of 40. So if you want to elevate and move like the mature man you've become, stay tuned. Now, if you're new here, welcome, Jeff, your Style OG. On this channel, we discuss various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. If any or all those topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Roger Thornton, salute. Now, first up on the list of 10 things you need to stop doing by 40, this is probably one of the most important. I need you to stop living like you're in college. That type of lifestyle should have been left back in your early 20s. Living like you're still in college means late nights with no purpose, a diet filled with ramen noodles, and/or no financial or emotional discipline. Time to cut that out. By the time you hit 40, you should be living like a grown man. A man with structure, style, and purpose. You need to be moving intentionally. That frat house mentality, time to let it go. Time to build meaningful relationships, a legacy, and long-term success. Because by the age of 40, you're probably not responsible just for yourself anymore. You might be leading a family, mentoring young men, and hopefully showing the next generation how it's done. So by the time you hit the big 4-0, please leave the red cups and chaos behind you. And when you stop living like you're still in college, it kind of ties into this next thing you need to let go.
First and foremost, shout out to the Style OG. I used to really mess with your channel. Very tough, very tough. Somehow I lost out of the algorithm. Lost it out of the algorithm, but I'm back, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully I'll get one of them salutes one day. If I don't, it's all good, man. Love your content, and now that we getting older, we get to apply this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like to refer to myself as the Style YG. Welcome back to Doc TV. If you are here for the first time, please, I love to engage, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll get into the comments. I'll read them. I'll respond. Hey, he is correct. He is correct. After 40, man, you just need to settle down a bit, man. It doesn't look cool where you all over the place. You just can't even control yourself. You just drunk, faded. People got to carry you. You think it's, oh, I'm about to go out, get messed up, blacked out. You know what I mean? At some point that gets old. You know, it gets different. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I used to love to do it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm not doing it, it's easy to talk about it like this. But seriously, I can't really. I have to say, as a man, I have to stand on something and say, I can't act like that over 40, you know what I mean? So it was fun. I love it. I'm doing it right now, you know what I'm saying? It's sacrificing a little bit of fun just to be a responsible young gentleman.
You need to make sure by the time you get this age, you're not ignoring your purpose. If you are ignoring your purpose, you're doing yourself and the people you care about a huge disservice. A man without purpose is just drifting through life, not leading, but reacting. And to keep it real, by this age, it's not about chasing every shiny distraction. You need to be more focused. It's time that you lock in on what truly matters, whether it's your family, your career, or your mission. You see, having a purpose gives you confidence, impact, and direction. Without a purpose, you're just existing, just going through the motions. By the age of 40, that's not going to cut it. But if you are on your purpose, you command respect, build a legacy, and you encourage other people to do the same. Don't waste another decade wondering, what if? Step into your purpose and own it.
Well put, Style OG. You need to have purpose. At 43, I still have purpose. I don't have a career anymore. I retired from that, retired from the military, and now I'm in the civilian sector. I'm still providing for my family, still providing for myself, my needs, my family needs. I have a purpose. I'm driven. My purpose is my wife. My purpose is my daughters. My purpose is my sons. My purpose are my parents are still on earth. My purpose are my grandmother that's still on earth. My purpose is for people that invest positive energy into me is to reciprocate that to them and even more. I serve a purpose.
Now, next up on the list of 10 things you need to stop doing by the age of 40 is something that's hugely important. It will affect all aspects of your life. You no longer can afford to neglect your health. See what winds up happening by the time you hit 40? Your body starts sending you invoices for all the things you put it through in your 20s and 30s. It's going to be very hard to grind, lead, or provide if your body is breaking down on you. High blood pressure, diabetes, and low energy, you notice these coming out of nowhere. They can easily creep in when you're not paying attention. By this age, you need to make sure you're having your regular checkups with your doctor, making sure you're cleaning up your diet and staying active. By this age, it's not cool to be successful, but too sick to truly enjoy it. You see, your health is the foundation. Without it, everything else crumbles. So it's very important that you prioritize your health. Take care of you.
Here at Doc TV, please like, comment, and subscribe. We can't stress enough. You have to prioritize your health. It's a little too late for me, not in that sense, but I'm rebounding. But I neglected my health for years. Years. And I didn't even do it intentionally. It's just the daily, everyday grind turning into your excessiveness. Then it turns into everything slowing down. Your metabolism, your activity, these type of things, your movement, all that type of stuff. You're not as active as you were when you were younger. Your metabolism is slower. You can't just go eat 4 hamburgers, things like that. Prioritize your health. You take care of your health. People get life insurance because if they pass away, they want to leave their family with something. But if you stay alive and you're able to work or retire or get a pension, you good. Think about that. He's right on. Health.
Next up, we have something you definitely want to stop by the Big 4-0 if you want to fight off the first signs of premature aging. You got to make sure you're not neglecting your skin care. By the time you hit the age of 40, a lot of us will start showing some wear and tear on our face. I'm talking about dry spots, sun damage, razor bumps, wrinkles, you name it. No, a skincare routine isn't just for women. It's about self-respect and building your confidence. Just taking 5 minutes in the morning to clean, moisturize, and protect your skin, this says you care about you and how you present yourself to the world. A clean, healthy face sets the tone before you even say a word. Pun intended. You wouldn't walk around with a wrinkled suit on, so why walk around with a neglected face? A man's grooming game should mature with his age, and that includes a daily skincare routine. And taking heed to that lesson is pretty easy when you have a skincare system that's simple, affordable, and effective. Like the one I've been using every day for over 6 years from today's video sponsor, Tiege Hanley.
Absolutely. You have to moisturize. I done learned this till my 30s maybe. You know what I'm saying? But, before you go to bed, if I like to shower, but if you don't shower, wash that face. Make sure it's completely dry, of all the gunk, the toxins and all that stuff that's sitting on your face from all day. Dry that thing off, you know what I'm saying, and moisturize, man. But genes are hereditary, and some things you can't help. But that is a good tip. Moisturize daily. Check out the moisturizer he's promoting. Style OG is promoting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on him, so check that out. You know what I'm saying? There's all different types of moisturizer, but they're a lot built for just specific men, and art features. Also, minimize your sun, especially if you're lighter in the fairer in the color spectrum. Also, last but not least, you know what I'm saying, if you can help it, watch your intake of toxins, alcohol, these high sugars, just anything we like to have as vices. I like cigars, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Watch that, because that can age you prematurely. He said it all, though. I got you.
Now, next up on the list of 10 things you gotta stop doing by the age of 40, I have something we need to make sure we're not sugarcoating. You have to let go of any toxic relationships. Take it from me, a toxic relationship will drain your energy, break down your confidence, and prevent you from being the best version of yourself. I need you to realize your peace, it's powerful. Not only is it powerful, it's priceless. I don't care if it's a woman, your family, or your friends. If someone is constantly manipulating you, distracting you, disrespecting you, or bringing chaos into your life, time to let them go. You shouldn't cling to distractions just because they feel familiar. And you can't grow in a space that keeps you small. That's what toxic relationships often do. Real strength is often knowing when to walk away and not trying to fix something that's not repairable. Protect your well-being, both physically and emotionally. Anyone dragging you down, they've got to go.
Well, that one should be self-explanatory, should be simple, should be easy, but it's oh so difficult. I'm gonna leave it like that, man. That should be self-explanatory.
Next up, we have something that's an awful trap to be stuck in by the time you hit the age of 40. And I understand this one can be challenging. You want to make sure you're not living paycheck to paycheck. This is a harsh truth Uncle Jeff just has to share with you. By this age, your financial situation should give you some room to breathe. Here's what we all need to understand in life. Emergencies will come as well as opportunities. If you're always in a financial place where crisis is one step away, you're never in a position of power. You see, a grown man, he needs to budget, save, invest, and build. So that means cutting out things where it's needed, maybe investing in your future, and focusing on developing high-paying skills. This is not about getting rich quick. It's about stability, freedom, and having options. Don't let poor money decisions keep you stuck. You deserve better than just getting by.
This is oh so true, man. Dang, hitting it, OG. So, unfortunately, I took a while to get my finances even addressed or looked at. You know, it took me a while, but we all still have things we can do to work on our finances, our investments, our building strategies. I like how he says that. There are always going to be emergencies and opportunity, but it's how you manage that stuff that'll see how much power you have to maneuver with, you know, how much leverage you have. Work on your finances if that's all you can do. It's all we can do, that's fine. Don't neglect it.
Now, next up, we have something you need to stop doing by the age of 40. I often have to work with my nice guys out there. At any age, but especially at this grown man space, you need to make sure you're not chasing approval. Trying to impress everybody, it drains your energy and clouds your judgment. Grown men, they don't live their life for validation, likes, or pats on the back. This is the age where you need to know who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. When you're constantly seeking approval, you'll notice you're molding yourself to please others instead of building the man you want to be and you hope to become. And that's an easy way for your dreams to die, your confidence to be shattered, and to not meet the expectations you have for yourself. Your validation needs to come from within, not externally. Chasing approval is like being a hamster on a wheel. It's just a useless pursuit. So stand on your own. Live by your values, your priorities, and your principles. The right people will recognize it and respect it, and the wrong ones will hit the road. And that's exactly what you want. Now, next up is something I believe is very powerful if you can get yourself to stop doing it by the age of 40. I need you to make sure you're not constantly comparing yourself to others. If you want one of the easiest ways to rob yourself of your confidence, your joy, and your progress, compare yourself to the next man. I don't care who you are. There's always going to be somebody taller, smarter, faster, more attractive, not only with more muscles, but more money and more emotion. It's just a fact of life. But that doesn't mean you're behind. A grown man focuses on his race, on his pace. And here's the thing, you don't know the struggles behind the next man's success. You don't know what he's had to do to get to where he is, especially if you're comparing yourself to people on social media. You're just looking at the highlight reel. You're not getting any of the behind the scene footage where the real work gets done. Who you want to compete with? You want to compete with the man in the mirror, who he was yesterday, and be a better version of yourself today. So what you need to do, stop comparing yourself and looking sideways and start looking forward. Now, next up is a habit I need you to get out of that I believe is an essential part of being a man. I need you to make sure at any age, but especially as you get older, You stop avoiding responsibility. If you want one of the fastest ways to get stuck in life, avoid accountability. As a real man, you own your decisions, your mistakes, your failures. I'm talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. When you dodge accountability, you're actually giving away your power. But when you stand up and say, hey, this is on me, that's when true growth starts. By the age of 40, people are going to expect from you maturity, responsibility, and leadership. And nobody respects a man who always makes excuses or is blaming others. Because I need you to know this in no uncertain terms. When you run away from responsibility, you're actually running away from progress. So step up, handle your business, and become the man your friends, your family, and your circle can depend on, respect, and trust. Now, next up, I want to give you a major key that ties in a lot of things we've been talking about and really will push your life forward. By age 40, you got to make sure you're not living without a long-term plan. Living your life without a long-term plan is like driving your car without any directions. I mean, you're going somewhere, but where are you really headed? A man without a vision is a man who drifts. The man who's successful, he has a plan. He has a roadmap for his finances, his health, his relationships, and his purpose. Because let's face it, by the age of 40, time isn't waiting for us. And the older we get, the more the decisions we make start to matter. And the only way to make your best decisions is to plan it out. A clear plan gives you discipline, direction, and a peace of mind. All very valuable. So just don't let life happen. Make it happen. Have a long-term plan, because when you think the long game, you're playing to win. Okay, so there you have it. 10 things I firmly suggest you stop doing by the age of 40.
Star OG always coming through with that top advice, top fashion tips, top ways to wear it age appropriate. You know, I don't always agree on everything he says, but he's barking down the right road 90% of the time. And that other percent is the majority of the time that he's spot on. So shout out to him. Go salute to him and his channel. You know, go subscribe to him and his channel. And appreciate y'all for supporting Doc TV. Again, man, if you like content and stuff like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll engage with you. Until next time, y'all be safe. Take care of each other. And Inglewood, though. No. We did that wrong. Run it back. Long live D-Mac. Long live Pooh Bear. Long live Smurf. Casper, holla at me. Where you at? Inglewood, though.